Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Come Sit With Us here at EBS. My name is Steve, and as always, very happy to have you here with us today. So, today's meditation is Take a Bow. And this is something that is kind of an active practice of mine that I had worked at for a number of years, and that is expressing gratitude to those around me, and reminding myself to do that on a regular basis, right? And just as far as just relationships go, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? That just saying thanks, for these little things, makes a big difference. It lets people know kind of where your heart is, in a sense. But also in my practice of meditation, sometimes I have to remember all the folks that have kind of helped me along the way. And I realize, as much as I want to be able to say I have struggled and done it myself, really the truth is I've had a lot of help from a lot of different people over the course of a lifetime in developing my meditation practice. And without their help, it would have been a much harder struggle and such. And so today, it's kind of reminding ourselves who in your life are those people, not just one person, but who are those people that have helped you along the way. Last night we had a meditation meeting and a group meeting, and we talked about that meditation is like cultivating a garden. You have to water it every so often with practice and such. And then, take care of the garden. And if you do that, the flowers will naturally grow and show their beauty. The same with meditation. If you just keep at the practice over time, that natural beauty will begin to reveal itself to you, right? Here's the trick of it is that we have all those around us who have given a hand to helping us get to where we're at to today. And sometimes when we're caught up in the drama of our own life, it's kind of hard to remind ourselves or to remember who those people are that have been of help to us. And sometimes, like watering that meditation garden, it's not just one person doing it, it's that village that is doing it, in a sense. And so today, kind of think about who has helped you along, and it can be, if you've had a great meditation teacher, then that might be that person. If you have a book that just you resonate with regarding meditation, it may be that book, or maybe perhaps it was Miss Owens in sixth grade, who was that one person that gave you confidence that made that difference in your life. It may have been your mother, your father, a sister, a brother, a friend. It may have been someone that you recently just lost, and you have a better appreciation for all that they've done for you. That so often is the case, isn't it? We look back on someone's life and realize how big of an impact they had on us and such. But think about it and realize that a lot of times we get help from a lot of different areas. Sometimes it is that that one big person that has always been our guide, in a sense, and that we can easily identify. But sometimes maybe it's been that person who in the checkout lane who let us break ahead because they had a lot of items and they were just being nice to you, but that little gesture of kindness really rang true to you. And in that moment, they were your teacher. And with all of these, we have to consider that we should, anytime that someone reaches out to help us in some way, shape, or form, we should turn and bow in gratitude to the help that they're giving. And there's something about bowing in gratitude in the meditation world, I would say, particularly, that kind of sets up a resonance in that interaction. When you recognize the helping hand of a teacher, a mentor, or whoever it might be, and you bow with gratitude, you're acknowledging that help. And in a certain kind of way, it allows you to turn around and to be that kind of help for someone else. And that keeps passing through. And that is not a bad thing to keep in mind that we should try to practice during the day, is being aware of those opportunities of receiving and expressing the gratitude that is given to us. So, you know, we can always think back about, again, great teachers who have influenced our life, and maybe some of their teachings have led us to the practice of meditation. And that's great, that's good. If that's the case, then that can be the person that you bow to in gratitude. But in this meditation today, you can start off that way, and that'll be great, that'll be good, you know. But the important part of it too is who in your life today, in this life that we live today, who in your life today do you turn to and bow in gratitude? That you can identify with someone who's really has given you a hand in some way, shape, or form that's meaningful for you. And so it's almost kind of a no-brainer, if you think about it, that when we recognize the help we're given and really are mindful of it, then the likelihood of us being that kind of help to someone else is that much greater. And if you guys are kind of into the bodhisattva aspect of practice, then you know that being of service to others is in itself its own meditation practice, its own way of life, its own flow, if you will. And so in order to kind of help develop that bodhisattva in all of us, sometimes we just need to remind ourselves about the gratitude that we have to acknowledge and that we can then share. So we're gonna work on that a little bit today. See how that goes. Okay. Now earlier I did mention that this meditation practice is something that several years ago I worked on for quite a bit. Because I was fascinated by but did not understand that Eastern approach to bowing to another. And that it took me a while to figure that out. And the best way that I could understand it in my practice was, again, that bowing in gratitude. It's not humbling yourself to someone greater than you. It's not an ego thing, I guess is what I want to say. It's not an ego thing. It is where that ego kind of dissolves a little bit and the heart's opened and you're acknowledging the Buddha in me recognizes the Buddha in you. And to that, I bow and such. So we'll see how it goes. Today we want to start with a simple body scan. And just to give you a second here, this body scan, we've done this a few times, but just to kind of explain, we're going to focus on about maybe 4 or 5 different areas. And they're very simple. We start off with the base of the spine and just imagine just relaxing and releasing in that area. Think of that area as thumping along the lines of just with general health. In that you're actually giving your body a chance to experience that kind of vitality of health. Okay? Then we move up to our stomach and lower back, and that is that emotional well-being that we kind of breathe through and relax and seek balance. Okay? Then we breathe up through the heart and open that up and relax and open up to seek balance. And that's that first place where maybe we really get to experience compassion for others. And so it kind of involves our family, our work family, our real family, our church family, our community, our friends, all that kind of, that's where we seek balance. Then we come up to our forehead and relax there and open, breathe through that. And then that kind of is a chance for us to bring a little light into our life, in the sense that you have some clarity that you can see things with. And with clarity, hopefully, we can all make better decisions and just see things, maybe a little bit clearer. So that's the idea of this body scan. And I hope that makes sense. So here we go. All right. If you're in a chair, as I am, and we're just sitting, we relax. If you're on a cushion, then it's just sitting upright. And as we begin to approach our meditation, our awareness shifts to our body. This is our house. This is our residence. This is our palace, all right? And we focus on that. And as I focus on my body, I begin to naturally start to relax. I can feel little tensions begin to let go, maybe in my legs, my lower back, my chest, lungs, all that. That begins to relax. That begins to open up a little bit. I begin to have an awareness of my presence in the room I'm in. And as that awareness grows, I become more aware of my breath, of how I breathe in, how I breathe out. And as I do that, my mind begins to settle. It's not racing, it's not trying to figure things out. Just following that breath. And as my mind settles, I feel my presence in this room. And I breathe. And I allow myself to relax. I focus on the base of my spine, and as I breathe, I allow this area to open and to relax. With each breath, I feel that area opening a little further and a little further. I draw my attention up to my stomach, my lower back, and as I breathe, I imagine this area opening, relaxing, releasing. And each time I breathe, I just let it open up a bit more and a bit more. I draw my awareness up to my chest, my heart, between my shoulder blades. And with each breath, I allow this area to open, to relax, to release. And I feel its presence grow with each breath. I now draw my attention up to my forehead, and I feel the muscles in my jaw, my neck, all begin to relax. And with each breath, I allow this to open, to expand, to release. And now, for the next several minutes, I'm going to envision the people of my life that have stood beside me, that have helped me. And I will clearly see them in front of me. And I will bow with gratitude. And in that bow, I connect with them. Imagine, if you can, the people that have stood by your side, that have not given up upon you, and have always been a source of support for you. And to each of them, I bow. I see in front of me the people that have shown kindness to me. And to them, I bow. To those that have inspired me and given me a light in my own darkness, I bow. I now clearly see in front of me the people that I one day may stand by, that I may help, and that I might be an inspiration to all those that are in need of help. I turn to them and I bow. All right, let's take a deep breath in. Open our eyes. Feel our presence in the room that we're in. And just relax. And take that moment to maybe appreciate and recognize all those that have been part of our lives. And to those we bow. And then that last part, there might come the time or the opportunity where you might be that inspiration for someone else. or stand by somebody in support. And you may not even know it. Those are the best, I think. You may not even know it, but there's something that you do or say or in a way that you act that maybe is helping another person along the way. And in that way, we all fulfill that bodhisattva vow. We have received all this great stuff, and now we have to turn around and give it, share it out. And I know a lot of times we feel our buckets are half empty, and life's not always great, and you name it, we can pick all those things, right? So easy. I mean, it's just so easy to do that part of it, the equation. But when we recognize those that have stood by us and take that in and then turn and give that out, then I tend to think that our bucket is maybe half full instead of half empty, a bit more so. Anyway, a very simple practice, has a lot of meaning to it, really. I mean, any of these steps, if you just think about it a little bit, it's really an eye-opener, of the people that have wandered through our lives at the most opportune moments, that in a sense they kind of open these doors for us, and like, how did we figure that one out? How did that happen? And as you get to be of age and you look back over your life, the timing of some of these things is quite unique and quite fortuitous too, So anyway, a good practice to do, something certainly to keep in mind. We know it's great to be kind to other people, but to be kind with mindfulness is a whole nother layer of the cake that's just so good to participate in. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed the meditation today, and thank you so much for, again, being part of our meditation family here at EBS. Your support is great, and it has helped us through some tough times, that's for sure. Okay, guys, take care, and we will see you down the road. All right.